All right, welcome to week 3. Doing this real quick in between a long run and going to the driving range to watch Thursday Night Football. I didn't really know what to have as my intro, so I'm just showing the little power rankings, show off a little bit. I'm currently number 1 in the power rankings, and I was the 9th draft day. Let's go. Sorry, I'm watching the Dodgers game on the bar across the street. I'm pretty sure Shohei Ohtani just got 50 and 50. That's pretty impressive. But fuck baseball. Let's get into some football. All right, first matchup of the week. Going to be an interesting week here. A lot of injuries for everyone. A lot of people figuring out if their team's good or bad. Sutton is a weird team. He's by far the shallowest team in the league. Like, he literally has... he's starting Gibson and Keon Coleman. It's bad. He's so top-heavy. It's absurd. Don't trust Gibby, especially against Jets defense. The problem is I also don't trust Hayden having Singletary against Cleveland, and I don't trust Waddle or anyone on the Dolphins except A-Chain, honestly. Now that Skylar Thompson's their QB, I'm taking Sutton here. Close one. If Nico Collins doesn't play, then I'm going to be really pissed that I picked Sutton. Hayden, you got a real shot here. Get in there. Next game, Scott's Wounded Warriors versus Makosi, the auto draft king. I would much rather be Makosi right now. He got the auto draft while sitting on a beach in Aruba, and his team is twice as good as Scott's, who actually tried to draft a little bit. Although Scott was drunk in a bar in Nashville, so who cares? Whatever. I digress. Scott's team is in absolute fucking shambles. He's starting Chuba Hubbard and Pirine as his running backs. For some reason, he's starting Aaron Rodgers over Anthony Richardson and someone else on his bench. That feels nuts against New England's defense. Hopefully it proves me wrong. Scott only has 3 people projected more than 10 points, and that makes me very sad for him. Lockett's a non-factor now in that offense. Rome Odunze has been a non-factor, and he might not even play. DK might not play. I'm taking Makosi here. You could throw whatever spread you want at me. Scott's going to 0-3. Now, this is a good matchup with a lot of bad blood between them. The old roomies, the old J-Saul boys, they're projected pretty close. Problem is, George Kittle did not practice today. Hunter Henry, he would have to put him in tonight. I'm about to see Ish here in like 30 minutes. I'm going to have to float that idea to him because I'd much rather have Ish win than Maish. Is that a little tampering by the commissioner? You say tomato, I say I'm being nice to a friend. Fuck you, I do what I want. Ish also has 3 defenses rostered. I don't know why you would ever do that. Okay. Anyway, apparently Carissa Thompson told Maish to not start Zachary Charbonnet last week, and they would have been his number 1 running back. Najee is dog shit, but so is Zeke Elliott. So I'm going to take Maish in a little upset here. I'm going to pick against my heart. I'm going to pick Maish to win, but I'm going to root for Ish. Good luck, boys. This is a great matchup. All right, another one this week. Rob versus Rag. Like Najee, Warren is super ass. In real life, he's fine. Fantasy, horrible. The problem is Mixon is trending towards out. He hasn't practiced at all this week. This game is going to come down a lot to if Garrett Wilson plays well tonight on Thursday Night Football, and if A-Chain looks the same without Tua throwing the ball around. I'm going to take Rag here. I like Dalton Kincaid against Jacksonville. I like Mike Evans against Denver. I don't know. Dax looked bad. Baltimore's desperate for a win. I think they're going to come after him. God. I do like... no, I'm picking Rag. I think Rob's team. Mixon doesn't play. He's going to have to plug someone else in. I don't think Dak's going to play well. I'm going Rag here. Yo, I'm kind of cooking through these right now. I'm going to go hit some golf balls. So me versus Briggs. This is a big make-or-break week for Briggs. Amon-Ra is alive. He's no injury designation. He's back to practice. The problem is Rashad White is trending towards out. So if he doesn't play, God only knows who Thomas is going to start as his other running back. He picked up Carson Steele. I mean, they're going to have Steele and P. Ryan and probably Kareem Hunt. I mean, just a horrifying running back room. The only good thing is Jackson Smith-Njigba seems to be wide receiver 2 in Seattle now. Good for you. And without Debo, and probably without Kittle, and without CMC, all of a sudden Ayuk is Brock Purdy's last weapon. So I think he has a huge gap over me in the wide receivers, but that's my gap in the running backs and quarterback is just as big. I'm going to pick myself here to win, just a pride thing. If I lose to Briggs, tell my family I love them. All right. Hayden versus the cum dumpster. So this is another big injury question matchup. Is Aaron Jones going to play for Hayden? Is Josh Jacobs going to play? And most importantly, is CeeDee Lamb going to play? I would assume CeeDee Lamb is going to play. That feels like a huge game for Dallas. You can't really fall to 1 and 2, especially in the division with the commies in it. Front runners, baby. We are in the playoff hunt right now. 2 games in. Let's go. All right, don't get sidetracked. The problem with this one is, what does Tyreek Hill look like in a post-Tua world? And I hate the Braylon Allen start. I actually despise it. I think home opener, they're just gonna let Breece Hall absolutely fucking cook. But Brett also has Brock Bowers, who so far this season has been the best tight end, and he's been a huge positional advantage. I think he's the only tight end that's had double-digit fantasy points every game. So yeah, that's kind of big. I do like Tony Pollard though. This is one of the closer matchups. I'm gonna pick Hayden here, just because I really like Jordan Mason against the Rams. The Rams are so beat up. I think Baker Mayfield might throw for 1,000 yards on Denver. Yeah, and I like DJ Moore against the Colts. I'm taking Hayden. Don't let me down, brother. All right, final matchup. Maybe my favorite matchup of the week. So we got Cal at 2-0, who is at the moment fraudulent because he has had such easy matchups. But on the other hand, you have Evan Clay, 0-2, who's the opposite of fraudulent. He's had horrible matchups. But hey, you lost both of them. In the end, that's all you can say. We got 2-0, 0-2. Very fun. I think these are very well matched up teams. Cal is just kind of has to start Rashid Shaheed. I mean, he just has to. I don't know if it'll work again, but you can't leave him on the bench again. I don't know if I actually do like the Zach Moss. So he's got Drake London, Zach Moss, flex, but you can't pass up a chance to play someone playing against the commies. You just really can't. We're so bad. So yeah, and that's the reason I'm going to pick Cal here. He's got Jamar Chase against Washington and Zach Moss against Washington. James Conner against Detroit, I kind of like. If Travis Kelce doesn't show up this week, Evan Clay might just have to throw in the towel for this season because Bijan and Marvin Harrison and Jaden Daniels can't do it themselves. So yeah, I'm taking Cal here, but this is going to be a hell of a matchup. Let's go Marv. Let's go Jaden. Fuck all the Bengals players. Sorry, Cal. Hope you go to 2-1. It's crowded up here at the top, isn't it? Bitch. All right, yeah, so here are my official Week 3 predictions. Sutton, Makosi, Maish, Rag, me, Hayden, Cal. Let's get after it, boys. Thursday Night Football, another little AFC East matchup. Let's go. You know what? Let's have a weekend. Let's watch some ball. Let's win some fantasy matchups. Let's fucking get it, boys.